Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for cruising by the channel. This is an old guy jamming. Today we're going to take a look at a couple pedals. This one, the Seymour Duncan 805. Super nice screamer type pedal that I have fallen in love with. Really nice pedal. The 3-band EQ, very interactive, lots of control. Really interesting things happen with the mid adjustment. The thing I love about this is that it's bright enough to brighten a dark guitar or a darker amp. I'll talk more about that in a second, but we're going to take a look at this. Everything pretty much is in the center, real close to the center right now. It also won the premier, it's Guitar World. Guitar World gave it a gold award, so super nice overdrive. We're going to take a look at that, and then we're also going to take a look at the modded MT2, which is a great thing to do, I think, these days. If you have an old metal zone, I would suggest taking that capacitor 35 out. We'll talk more about that too in a second. I hope to do everything justice. I am playing my green Charvel, super nice California type guitar. So simple. One knob, one switch, 2 pickups, and super nice. Love this guitar. Good luck finding one. If you can find one, I would suggest grabbing one because they're really super fun. It's becoming my go-to guitar. It's just a ton of fun to play. And then we're going through that right there, the Ignator. And the Ignator is going through the Marshall cab, which has a vintage 30 in it now, being that I put the Swamp Thing way down in there. I took the V-type out of the Marshall and put a vintage 30 in, which I think is cool. I like the sound of that a lot. And I put the V-type, actually ended up putting the V-type in my Monoprice Stage Right combo to give it a little more sparkle, and that was a good fit as well. So now I have a Cannabis Rex on the chopping block for sale. All right, with the 805, the first video will be just a light overdrive setting, and then the second one will be with it cranked up a little more. But it isn't so much it's not a distortion pedal by any means, I don't think. It's a lighter overdrive pedal with a lot of good sparkle, a lot of high end, and super adjustable mids, which makes it really cool. And then we've got another pedal mod at the end. All right, so here we go. So just in case I wasn't able to do justice to the 805, and there's lots of good videos, review videos, people that do a much better job with sound and playing than I do. In case I didn't do it justice, let me show you what I currently have and why I'm getting rid of them in favor of the 805. All right, this is a classic pedal, a tube screamer right here. It's really nice. However, it won't clean up all the way. It's not a good clean boost because no matter where if the gain knob is all the way over to the left, it's still pretty dirty. And it lacks a mid control, and so it's kind of mid-light. If you have a amp that is mid-strong, then the tube screamer works pretty well. But in something like a Marshall, where you're already kind of lacking a lot of mids, it falls short, in my opinion. Mojo, another really good pedal. 50 bucks, can't go wrong with that, except that I always have to run the treble all the way over. It's not bright enough for me, and in an effort to get it brighter, I usually have to run the bass pretty much off as well. And it's okay in some situations, but it doesn't work as something to push a gain channel as well as the OCD does. When it comes to pushing a gain, getting a lead tone off a higher gain channel or a tone, it's really hard to beat the OCD. It's kind of king of that. And a standalone pedal, as a standalone pedal, not as good. Love the 805. It's great in all applications. Now, I've also got this Timmy. This is a high-end, boutique-style, transparent overdrive, but again, I have a hard time getting it bright enough if I don't get enough sparkle out of it. I always have the treble cut all the way over, and again, to get it bright enough, I usually have the bass cut like that, which is all the way over as well. The gain's fine, the volume's fine, it works well like that. It's a nice, very nice transparent pedal, but the issue I was having with it was I had to have the tone on the amplifier brighter than I wanted to in order to have the overdrive tone as bright as I wanted it, because this always took something off the highs. That should make sense to you. I like to have my clean tone nice and soft and mellow, like I did in the video, and then when I step on the overdrive, I want it to brighten up with a little bit of a little hair on it. So that's what the 805 gives you. Plus, it's got a really cool battery compartment in the back. So nice. Assembled in California. Rubber on the back so it won't slide. 3-band EQ, very responsive. And then we've got the Soul Food up here too, and this I won't be selling this, but it's similar in that this is bright. It will brighten up a lot. It's got one control, and it's not a tone control, it's a treble control. The Soul Food is another really nice pedal. If you can get one of these, I would, because it delivers a crunch that's really nice. Just tight, crunchy, mid-strong, nice crunch. And it also cleans up as a clean boost real well. So the Soul Food is a keeper. We can keep that. But these others may end up on the chopping block. This one's already on the chopping block. The Mojo, we'll see. But I may end up selling this because this is that good. All right? So, talk about another pedal now. All right, let's talk about the Metal Zone. This is one of the most prolific pedals anywhere out there. I'm going to show you my settings right now, if I can. I think that's showing up. Yeah. All right. These are the settings. Now, in the first video, the distortion was just backed down a little bit. Lighting's not real good, but maybe you can see that. And then on the next video, the higher gain video, all I did was change the level of distortion. And this works really well as that full-on Hendrix type tone with a Strat, the single coil on the Charvel, with the gain turned down. And you get that really nice Hendrixy tone. cleans up for blues really well. For just a really great alternative tone than perhaps anything else you have. And then when you turn the distortion up, without even changing the settings, I went to an ESP guitar, my ESP with the low tuning, and it delivers a super tight, super crunchy metal tone, which is a lot more modern than the super mid-scooped metal tone that this is known for. All you do to mod this is take capacitor 35 out of the printed circuit board, take the back off, circuit board pops up. You can cut the capacitor out, or you can desolder it. I desoldered it and taped it right here to the side, so if I ever decide I want to put it back in, it's right there. If I ever sell it and somebody wants it the way it was, they can put it back in. But I'm sold on this mod. It's great, especially if you already have something like this, which has a built-in noise gate. This is as dirty can be as far as metal goes. It's got insane level of distortion available there. This offers a really nice alternative tone to anything else you might have, while still delivering a really nice heavy metal tone, as you'll see in the video. But first, gains turned down a little bit, and then the second one, gains turned up. Check it out. Yeah, how's that for tone? Just out of the metal zone, clean channel of the Ignator of all amps. The Ignator's great, great pedal platform. But yeah, super great. So I recommend that MT2 mod as well. Now, not all pedal mods, now here's the bonus, not all pedal mods have to be internal. Some can be for just use, like this. This Mojo, whoa, that's bright. Mojo, it's like signaling aliens from space or something. Not only is that so bright you can't bear to look at it, but the writing on this is a light gold kind of on that purple, maroon, burgundy, deep burgundy. You can't see it unless it's in the light and you really look at it. You can't see what the controls are, which drives me nuts because I always forget that the volume and drive are backwards on this. On all my other pedals, volume's on the left, drive's on the right. But on this one, drive is on the left and level, or volume is on the right. So, a great mod for this is to take those knobs off and put something like this, which I had just lying around in a drawer. This will signify gain because, oops, it's on the wrong side. See, it'll signify gain because it's red, and the blue will signify the level. And now I won't get confused. I can tell because of the red and the blue, but we still have to deal with this blindingly bright light. So what else? My favorite thing, a little bit of painter's tape. You could probably use some pen or something too, but I found that a little well-placed painter's tape worked down around the edge of this LED. This will give you an idea. But you put this down, a nice little piece right over the top, work it with a little small screwdriver right down around the edges of that LED, and now you have a nice, still red glowing LED that doesn't burn the back of your retina, and you've got two knobs here that you can tell easily which is drive and which is level. Alright, super easy mod, and makes this pedal a lot more fun to use. That LED is just eye-burningly bright. Alright, so highly recommend the Seymour Duncan 805. I highly recommend the Metal Zone 2 mod, capacitor 35. Pull that sucker out of there, give it a shot. Great tones. And, you know, make pedals easy to use and fun to use. This has been An Old Guy Jammin'. We'll see you next time with a Wolfgang special. Ciao.